Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chance of Negli-Gents Podcast, where you may be negligent to some of these smaller content creators, or any size content creator, really. The aesthetic of this podcast is very scuffed, as you can tell by the abandoned building backgrounds. So today we have Momorific. Is it Momorific or Momorific, like, TV?
Momorific.
It's just Momorific? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so our guest today is Momorific. And you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Momo?
I am a former high school and college basketball coach. I've worked in the fitness industry for 10 plus years. I do art full time and I stream full time as well.
Nice. The only fitness I've done is fitness pizza in my mouth, so, you know.
That's my favorite type.
It's my favorite fitness, just shoving things in my face, yes. I was going to say mouth, but then I was like, that doesn't sound right.
I mean...
It's like... Well, I mean, it can sound right. It just depends on the person. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So I'm just going to ask you a list of questions. Some of them are user submitted. We kind of went over this a little bit. So the first question is, what inspired you to start creating content, whether it's like YouTube, TikTok, streaming, even art, like just drawing, etc.?
I was on TikTok and I saw streamers, and I haven't been on any type of streaming platform since it was Justin TV, and I saw people posting their Twitch highlights and stuff on there, and so I was like, "Oh, I can do this. I can stream. I love playing video games. I can stream and play video games." And then my real love for streaming happened once I got that capture card for my Xbox, that on my crappy PC that I had, that just made it work and started it all.
Understandable. I've been there. My very first time streaming was from a friend of mine gave me their 8 or 10-year-old Alienware laptop that they, like, gaming laptop that they had back in college. So they just gave it to me, and I was like, my first couple of streams were off of that thing.
Nice.
This is before I knew anything about streaming, and like I was dropping frames left and right. Like obviously the computer was kind of poopy, but like it was a hard time. It was a very fond memory. I still have pictures of that laptop somewhere, but
yeah.
I was like, rough times. So I understand the struggle. Okay. So my next question is, do you have any experience with SEO, or like search engine optimization, or if you even know what that is?
I have no clue.
It's basically like whenever you do like a website, or you post on YouTube, or like man, I am very well aware of me overusing the word like now. But whenever you make a website, for Google to find it easier, usually you have to optimize the keywords and stuff.
Okay.
Kind of also with YouTube video titles, right? So it's like, oh, hey, I need a specific video to fix this specific issue. And then whenever you type anything into Google, you know how you get multiple search results?
Yeah.
And whatever is sponsored usually comes up at the top. But if you scroll past the sponsored ads, that's like what SEO is. It's like,
okay, that makes
matches
sense.
the closest. Yeah. So you've never heard of that before, or like have you?
I don't think I've ever heard of it in that term. No.
No? Okay.
No.
What have you heard of it as?
A search bar?
A search bar? Yeah, fair enough. But SEO is basically just like knowing how to prioritize, like make it so that Google prioritizes your like website or video or article of any kind before anyone else's. And that's apparently like a whole business that like people are into.
I believe that.
Yeah. It's just marketing. Once again, it's just marketing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, what is your process for creating content? Do you just like wake up, well, if you're like me, you just kind of wake up and then you just hit live, or do you just?
There's times where I do that, and then I notice like my energy. I'm still waking up. I'm not smiling as much. I'm a little grumpy. I'm just like, all right, maybe I shouldn't do this as much. Let me get a couple monsters in. I give myself some time to eat, drink a monster, and then I'm just me. I'm just 100% me, trying to make it as welcoming and loving of a community as possible, and make people feel safe. So it's just I'm just me, and let other people be themselves.
Oh man, I forgot to turn you up on my end. Oh, oof, oof, that's gonna be rough to do. Oh no, somebody followed me. Oh no, what is going on? Oh no. I was like, wait, I'm not live? How am I getting the notification? Anyways, so apparently somebody followed me on Twitch and it just popped up and I was like, wait a minute.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna cut that out, but that's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Do you collaborate with other content creators? And if so, how do you find fellow creatives? Or do they like find you?
I haven't really collaborated with anybody. Like, I'll play games with people. I've been on a couple other podcasts for friends. I haven't really collabed with anybody. I would love to, especially with artwork stuff. I think that would be really cool, to have my style and somebody else's style, just put together on a piece of canvas or something like that. But I've never really collabed with anybody, and I would love to in the future. That'd be really cool and a great opportunity.
Haha, joke's on you. You're collabing right now.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. So this next question's kind of like a curveball question, because it has nothing to do with what I've asked you so far.
Okay.
What is your last meal if you were on death row as an inmate?
Ooh. I would say tacos de lengua with a side of filet mignon and some mac and cheese.
You know what? That actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, I was like, mac and cheese. Me, personally, I'm a big slut for sushi, so I'd be like, I want sushi.
Oh, yeah, sushi.
But like,
I gotta
want that
have my
good
tacos de
sushi,
lengua.
not like you just go to like a hibachi grill like sushi. I want like actual good sushi. Like whenever I went to Japan, I was like, this right here, this is good sushi, not like whatever you find in the States.
When did you go to Japan?
Whenever I was younger.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
Yeah. It was a good time. All right, cool. So you said it was filet mignon, mac and cheese, and tacos?
Tacos de lengua.
Tacos de lengua. What is that?
So what does lengua sound like to you?
Lengua. I don't know.
In English, how would you think that it was meant to be said?
Language? Tacos de language?
So, tacos de tongue.
De tongue. Oh, okay.
So it's cow tongue. It's really good.
Cow tongue. Oh, okay. That's. I've had cow tongue in other dishes because I'm from Russia, and like we eat weird stuff compared to Americans, I guess. But I'm also very ethnic, but I'm the different kind of ethnic.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, Roman, you don't sound Russian, and then I go like, Здравствуйте, меня зовут Роман.
And everyone's like, oh shit.
Podcast. And they're like, what the hell did you just say? It's a good time. So you want cow tongue tacos, filet mignon, and mac and cheese.
I'm a simple person.
Listen. I'm a simple man, but a man of culture. I understand. Oh my god, I'm choking. I'm dying.
Oh no.
Okay. Do you enjoy content creation, whether that's just the act of you creating content? Do you enjoy thinking about it, breathing it, sleeping, eating it? I don't know.
I do love it. I love sharing my art and just showing people like, hey, this pencil sketch is going to look a lot better than what it is. There's times where I get super burnt out and I'll take like 3 or 4 days stepping away because it does take a lot of energy out of me. I try to make sure that, everybody's having a good time and that I'm still talking even if nobody's talking. And drawing a lot will burn me out sometimes just because creativity, it's a different part of energy of me. And there's a couple days where I won't draw at all, just give my hand a break and just to give myself a breather. But I love creating content. I love sharing it with people and having people experiencing it with me.
Nice. For me, I feel like I get burnt out sometimes
Mm-hmm.
as well, and that's usually for me like streaming for like 12 hours straight, and I'm just like,
Yeah, that's exhausting.
yeah. Like I love streaming. Like I love streaming and I love content creation, but the things that burn me out are like video editing, where I'm just like, I love the act of
Yeah,
creating content and recording stuff, but I just hate sitting there and being like 12 hours of editing.
that's exhausting in itself because you're just sitting there and like watching every little thing that you need to watch.
Yeah, and then you've rewatched it like yourself like tons of times, and by the end of it, you're just like, nobody's
I'm
gonna
done.
watch this. You're like, I'm so burnt out. I hope people enjoy this because I've watched this 700 times.
Yeah, I did that for one of my buddies. He was like, "Hey, can you edit this 16-hour video for me down to like 2 hours?" And I was like, "What?"
Why?
Well, he streamed for 16 hours.
Ugh.
And I was like, buddy, just give me a couple days. I got you. So when I was working my full-time job, I'd work, come home, eat, shower, and then go right on my tablet to editing what I need to edit. And I'd clip whatever good clips he would have. And I'm just like, okay, 3 days have gone by. And I think I'm almost done.
It's like 3 days later, you're like, I've only gone through 2 hours.
Yeah.
You're like, no. I mean, I guess if you get like 3 days worth of content out of 2 hours, I mean, I guess that's pretty good. But at that point, I'd be like horrified. I'd be like, oh no, I've only.
Oh my God, I was so exhausted. I was trying to make sure, like, and I went back to look and make sure I grabbed the proper clips, like, because he was like, oh, I have this clip and that clip. I'm like, buddy, that's only 3 clips. I guarantee I can find you more throughout this whole stream.
That's rough. For me, clippable moments on stream kind of just happen. So I for me, it's hard to like kind of conceptualize how some people are like, they just have the energy to be able to just keep going and being entertaining for like ever on stream, and I'm just like, I have my moments, but man, do I get burnt out so fast.
Yeah.
After a while, which is kind of why I'm thinking of doing more like cozy streams. I believe I mentioned to you in chat once that I was probably gonna start doing like coloring book streams on Sundays, where I just
That would
go to
be
like
so
Five Below,
relaxing.
buy some markers, use my tripod to do like top down camera angle, and just do
Yeah.
like a coloring book, and then because I can't draw for shit, like I would like to learn, but it's bad, and I would never try to learn how to draw on stream because that is awful.
I'll draw some pictures and then send them to you so you can color them.
I would love that. I would actually.
I'll do it.
Really enjoy it. Oh man, my nose itches. I'm gonna edit this out of me like picking my nose. It's the worst because you're not like picking your nose, but it's like just on the inside of your nose that itches. You're like,
It looks like you are.
Yeah. Guys, I'm 3 knuckles deep. Let's go. I can feel my brain. Man, there's not much in there. I'll tell you that. Yeah, but like coloring streams is an idea I've had where I was just like, I can't really draw, but you know what, I don't think I've ever seen somebody do like a straight up coloring book stream, so I think I'm just gonna start doing that. And in terms of like how much it costs to do it, I just go to Five Below, buy like a coloring book for like $2, buy some markers.
You need to get the inappropriate coloring books too, like the one that says like,
I have one somewhere. It's like swear words. It's like fuck or
yes,
cunt
that
or whatever else.
And just be relaxed when it just says fuck on there. Just be as relaxed as possible coloring it.
Yeah, just like play lo-fi music in the background, or like cafe jazz or something, and be like, yeah, you like that. I mean, that's something that I was thinking about because I noticed that whenever I stream, If I'm playing a game like a first-person shooter or something that requires a lot of attention, I completely forget to read chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's one of the biggest problems because, like, as a content creator, I'm trying to grow, especially this year. Like, that's one of my goals for this year is to hit, like, at least 600 followers on Twitch and then, like, gain another 100 subscribers on YouTube for like, the podcast as well as my personal YouTube channel. My TikTok is kind of like a side thing, but but I do want to grow specifically on Twitch, and because I haven't seen anybody just do coloring streams, like coloring book streams specifically, I was like that seems like an interesting thing to do because it lets me engage with chat. It's pretty relaxing, and if somebody comes in and they're like, oh, he's not reading chat, they can be like, oh, he's coloring. Like, that's understandable. He'll, like, look up.
He's just busy right now.
Yeah. He's like, straight lines. Come on.
No, what I do, because I realized when I was playing shooters and stuff like that, when I was having a hard time reading chat, I set up I got a little monitor stand, and then set up my drawing tablet in front of me, which had OBS on it, and then I'd slide my keyboard just slightly underneath the monitor stand, have obviously my mouse on my right side, and I'd be able just to look down really quickly to be able to read chat, and that helped me out a lot when I so they don't feel like neglected or I'm ignoring them or too focused.
I feel like I should probably do the same thing with my tablet. Because I have a Samsung S7 tablet, which I have Krita on, so I do doodle on there like from time to time. And I've tried to do like art streams, but they never. I can't draw, so I can doodle.
Art is subjective, man.
I can't draw.
Art's subjective.
I mean, I guess. I mean, this is technically an art form, right? Just video podcasts as well as like just video editing in general. Yeah.
Yep.
So you said one of the easiest ways is to just like get like a tablet or another monitor or something.
Yeah, and then I just put it on a monitor mount, so it's on 4 legs, and I just slide my keyboard underneath so I can at least get my WSID keys down, and just be comfortable enough to where my hands aren't completely underneath the monitor stand, and yeah, I'm able to see it perfect.
I'll have to try that. At least until I get a third monitor just dedicated to chat specifically.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Okay. So like we got sidetracked there a little bit, but that's fine.
That's
right. Hey, tangents are welcome on this podcast. How do you determine the style, voice, and tone of your content? Like, at what point did you realize that you're like, hey, I want to do more art streams, and you also do streams where you like watch like horror content, like ghost like hunting expeditions and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I didn't start drawing again until about almost 4 years ago. And I was bought a really nice drawing tablet, which I still have and I still use. And I posted some of my old, like from high school old artwork, and people were just like, hey, I want you to start drawing stuff for me. So I started streaming like me doing logos. And of course I was drawing logos and not using Adobe Illustrator or anything like that, because I was such a noob at graphic design, just digital work. I had no clue what I was getting into. Luckily, I found and met an amazing content creator. His name is Young Khan, and he is just the gods of graphic design. Like, yeah, oh my god, his emotes, animated stuff, his logos, just his portfolio all around is just so well versed. And he actually had a couple classes that he put on his Patreon of how to draw digitally and how to use certain tools. And so I just went by that, and that helped me a lot in the digital world of drawing again. And that's how I started streaming more of my artwork. And then I kind of veered away from it for a little bit and started going back into video games. And then I was like, I really miss drawing on stream. So then I started randomly drawing on stream again. And the times we do watch spooky videos and stuff, I do that so I can get myself up and going, get myself energized before drawing, because it's a little bit relaxing for me to watch spooky videos before drawing. So that's why I just love watching spooky videos, and there's a good bit of people who like watching them too. So it's awesome to be able to watch them with everybody.
You have no idea how many times I've hopped into your stream and you're watching spooky videos and I just lurk and I'm just like, I love this. And eventually I'll hop in chat and be like, ooh, that's spooky.
Yeah.
Oh man. I've known you for how long now? It's been like 2-3 years.
I think it's been 3 years.
Yeah. So like I probably met you right after I hit my first year anniversary. Or
I think so,
before, yeah. Because my anniversary is like February 8th, 2020, okay. I think, or 2021. No, yeah, I started streaming like March, I believe it was like 19th, 2020, which is like a week from today. It'll be like 4 years.
Okay.
And then February 8th, 2021 is whenever I hit affiliate. So that's my affiliate anniversary. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I've been streaming for 4 years, but an affiliate for 3 years. So I think I met you right before or right after.
I think it was before, because I think I remember you talking about how you hit that goal.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I remember there was my 50th follower was, I think their name was like Dragon Duchess or something. They hopped in and they were like, oh hey, like you know, they're like, oh, you seem interesting, whatever. And then they helped me get there by like having several people drop me a follow, which funny enough, I think that was the same stream where I was on my Be Right Back screen for like 5 hours playing Resident Evil 2.
That's so great.
No, that was the stream right before. The stream that they followed me on was whenever I was playing Dream Daddy.
Oh, I remember you playing Dream Daddy.
Yeah, I was playing Dream Daddy and I was like,
I remember that.
I'll be your Dream Daddy. It was a great time. I loved that. I might have to redo that sometime on stream, except like voice act properly, like
do it.
Everybody over, like, oh, my favorite character is like the big burly ginger guy. I was like, yeah, he's my favorite dad all the time. I'm like, oh, that's me. He's like, my daughter is better than yours. I love how they turned that into like a Pokemon battle.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, that was so good. I think there's only a very specific way of beating that interaction, and you only get like one chance, so you have to look up like a tutorial on how to do it. Okay. I know that there's like a bunch of secret endings in that game that I really haven't discovered yet. Well, yeah, one of them's like a cult. You find out that the twins are like evil.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Which is the one video or stream that you enjoy? What is the one video, stream, or piece of artwork that you enjoyed making the most, and why?
Ooh, I have so much art that I've been proud of that I've done, especially as of recently, because I feel like I'm getting back to how I was when I drew in high school, and like my fundamentals are coming back and my detail work is coming back. I did draw the Xenomorph recently, and I feel like that, with the detail work that went into it, it came out so beautifully. And even after I was done drawing it, days after, I would go back and just look at it. Like I'd open my sketchbook and just look at it. And then with a different type of media, which is called scratchboard. So it's pretty much you get an X-Acto knife. That's a black piece of paper on top. Underneath is white. So when you're scratching away or stippling at it, like the white comes out and shows.
Or like the rainbow colored one?
No, mine, I don't do the rainbow color because I'm just very much black and white person. Like just black and white. That's all I like is black and white. Okay. The rainbow color, I feel like I don't have the vision for it to make it as beautiful as it can be. So that's why I just stick with black and white. Even all my drawings recently are black, white, and gray. But I did a heart. I did a rose.
Those are two
That was
different
about.
things.
I know. I don't know why I was thinking of a heart for some
You're
reason.
like Valentine's Day. That's probably why you're just like.
That's probably why I'm living in the past.
Me too.
But I stippled a rose the size of my hand if my hand was expanded out, and it took me 50 hours. But the detail work that I did in that was amazing, to where sometimes I'll take it out of the packaging that I have it in right now because it's on a really massive piece of scratch board, and I'll just look at it just because I'm like, I'm proud of myself that I did this.
Nice. I struggle whenever it comes to art, because for me to have like an image in your head and be able to put it down on like paper or like digital media or whatever your form of like creation is like impossible for me to like visualize that, or like, because I'm just like, to even as a concept be like, oh, I have this idea, let me put it down on this piece of paper.
Yeah,
like the same exact way that I see it, and I'm just like, I have no idea how you would do that. Like I envy people so much, and I'm just like, I cannot think about that. Like whenever I start, I think it's my ADHD maybe, because whenever I start drawing something that I want to draw, my brain immediately goes like, oh, maybe I'll do this different, and like like you start drawing something, you fuck up a shape, and then you're like, oh, I guess I'll make this something else.
It takes so much time and practice. Like for me, I started drawing, I think, when I was like in second grade, because I got really jealous because somebody else can draw really well. So then I was like, I want to draw and be better than that person. And that's where like the flames of being want to be an artist like started.
You're just like, I became a very competitive person because
I did.
Screw little Susie in like second grade.
And then from there, I just practiced. I would sometimes, like when I was growing up, I would trace something and then trace it and keep tracing over and over and over again. And then I would look at it and then try to just sketch it out just by looking at it. And then learning learning anatomy was, I think, and like making sure everything's proportionate. Like that took a lot of time. I practiced a lot when I was in high school with just making sure everything is even and doing different perspectives. Perspectives took me a while, and I still have trouble with perspectives sometimes. But you just honestly, you just gotta practice, and you gotta practice a shit ton.
You're gonna have to teach me something about art, I guess, because that's just such a foreign concept to me. But I think it's funny that you're like, I'm gonna become a good artist out of spite.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna be better than this person. I can't even remember what the kid's name was.
You're just like, we'll just call her Susie Q or something. We'll just be like, fuck you, little Susie, get out of here. I'm gonna be. I
was better. Like, no, I'm gonna be better than that. I got jealous. I got a little jealous, and I was like, I'm gonna be better.
I remember that whenever I was probably from the age of like 8 or 9 years old, I remember like going to the library and getting like a how to draw like stuff from basic shapes, like geometric shapes book, and I got so good at it. I was able to draw swans like freehand and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Just from being like, oh, here's a circle, here's a rectangle, like here's a big square, and then you just kind of like draw over that. And I got really, really good, and I have an like a what are they called, like the art journals or whatever somewhere, and I can never bring that back. Like I tried so many times, and I'm like, I'm failing so bad, but I guess that just takes time. But at one point I used to be so good, I won an art competition at my local library.
Dope.
And the funny thing is though, like art is hard for me, but I've been playing chess since I was like 3 years old. So like I can play chess and think logically about stuff, and like very well mechanically like minded, but I can, whenever it comes to art, I just do the thing where like I just stare at the wall and I just go like, please help.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay. So you said that the one piece of work that you enjoyed the most was the stippling work that you did?
I love doing that, and I love doing the xenomorph.
Okay. For those of you in the chat that don't know what stippling is, it's the art form where you do a lot of tiny dots, and then they come up whenever you zoom out. It does like a bigger picture.
Yep.
it's very time consuming, and I know it gives people a lot of hand cramps, and it's very very tiring.
Yeah, that roast took me about 50 hours to do when I finished it.
You're like, my hand hurts.
I find it so relaxing though. I find stippling so relaxing.
I think it comes from the same part of your brain. Like, maybe this is just me. I don't know if you've ever done this, where like you're sitting in class or something, you start drawing circles next to circles, next to circles, next to circles, and then you just keep doing rows of that. I think it comes from that same part of the brain that
probably
like, makes it so satisfying for some reason. So I can totally understand that aspect of it. Okay, cool. So tell us about Momorific. Is there a story behind the name, or did you come up with it on your own? Did you use like an AI generator or something, or like did somebody else suggest you the name?
So when I was gonna start streaming, the name Momo was already taken, so I was like, okay, I can't do that, and I didn't want to just go by just Mo, because that's what I'm known. That's my name is just Mo, and I was just like, what can I have that has Mo in it, but also that is distinct to me? And my uncle calls me Momorific. He's been calling me that for years, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna name myself Momorific, and that's where I got it from. Was just from a nickname that he given me for years.
That's pretty good. I was gonna be like, oh, was Larry Curly also taken for the Three Stooges? You're like, oh man, that would have been so good.
That would have been so good.
That's pretty cool though. Like, is there like a story as to why your uncle's been calling you Momorific for a while, or?
No, I have no idea why. He just out of the blue one day just started calling me it, and I just went by it. I was like, okay, I responded.
I mean, hey, that works. Listen, you may like your uncle may have never known that he was setting you up for greatness with that. He was just like,
right?
Here's your streamer name. I dub thee Momorific. Man, I am chugging so much water. I don't know why I'm
Do
so
it, man.
thirsty.
Stay hydrated.
You can't see it, but I have a giant gallon jug of like it says. Oh, well, I'm not gonna read the brand name, but like, but. I always have gallon jugs next to me and my computer because I chug a gallon of water like it's nothing throughout the day.
Yeah, I do the
and
same.
And then I'm still thirsty.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. A fun fact. When you're drinking a lot of water, you're actually flushing out your electrolytes. So then you're becoming more dehydrated, and your body's craving that water because it's already dehydrated.
Oh,
so you need to
sprinkle some salt in there or something?
Yep. Just put some salt in there. Yep.
That probably explains why I also enjoy salty food.
If your pee's clear, you got a problem.
I mean, I've heard like that if your pee is clear, that's a good thing.
No, if your pee is clear, that means all your electrolytes are being flushed out of your body still.
Okay, so you don't want your pee to be like brown or
no
clear. You want it in the middle.
If it's brown, you need to go to the hospital.
You're like, You're like, your kidneys are shutting down at that point. Please.
Yeah, pretty much.
Please go see a doctor. That's great phys ed advice right there.
You're welcome.
Thank you. What advice would you give to someone just starting out in your field, whether that's streaming, video creation, or art? That I guess like a piece of advice that you would give to someone just starting out that you wish someone had told you.
That's a good question. I was never told just to be myself. I just went for it and just did it, and it was like, if people like me, that's cool. If people don't, then they don't. But when it comes to art, streaming, doing anything, be your authentic self. With art, do artwork that you enjoy doing, not that you think you want others to look at, because it could be something unique to you and something you can be proud of, and other people will like it. When it comes to streaming, you might find like-minded people or people who are opposite, but just enjoy that company. So I really wish somebody would have told me hey, just be your authentic self, because I was never told that. I just kind of went for it because I was like, I'm me. I have a pretty decent personality. I think I get along with people pretty well. Let's just see how it goes. And I was kind of nervous to be myself sometimes, because I'm very perverted too.
Hey, I'm also. I relate to that so much, and people are like, Roman, why are you like this? Why do you just constantly make dirty
I
jokes?
can't help it.
I'm like, I literally can't help. I didn't get the quirky, interesting savant autism. I got the strong sense of justice and perversion. Like autism.
But yeah, just be your authentic self with whatever you're doing, and you're gonna find like-minded people, or even people who are opposite, that just enjoy how you think and how you are.
Okay, well that's good. That also sounds like really good advice for OnlyFans. Just like, how do you start out in content creation? Just love yourself, basically.
Just love on myself, like the bean, you know.
got my Hitachi wand over here. Just don't worry about it. I'm a magician. You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a wizard.
I'm gonna start choking on my own spit from laughing so hard. This makes me feel awkward because I just made the OnlyFans comment. How does your family feel about you pursuing streaming or content creation?
Oh, they don't understand it.
I'm sure most people who do OnlyFans, their parents don't understand either.
My sister understands it because my nephews watch streamers on YouTube and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of my family are just like, okay, you're doing stuff. That's cool. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, I really enjoy doing it. I love it. You know, people get to see my artwork and we get to hang out and chat and, you know, just do stuff we do on stream.
Nice.
I think once my mom asked me to, she was like, is it sexual stuff? And I was like, no, Mom, it's not sexual stuff.
You're like, it can be if you want.
It can be, but I don't want to get banned.
You're like, sign up for my OnlyFans. Nice. I was gonna be like, whenever it comes to content creation for me, so the way that I got into content creation was, I remember whenever I was little, I would help my older brother do like stop motion origami like videos.
Mm-hmm.
And he would stay up all night, like from like 10 in the morning to like 3 a.m. Just like take a picture, adjust something, take a picture, adjust something.
Mm-hmm.
And he did that for like days on end to make a little video called Origami Rave.
Aww.
And I was like, that's really cool. And he put it to like, I think it was Darude Sandstorm or something.
Nice.
And this is back when like YouTube just came out.
Yeah.
So, like, so I've been around like YouTube and content creation for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of didn't try my hand at it until like 2016.
Okay.
So like I remember making my Twitch account back in like 2016 or 2017 and like just never touching it.
Yeah.
Because for me streaming was so different from YouTube, and I was like, but in essence it's the same thing, except like you're just interacting with an audience in real time versus like through the comments at like, you know, at a later time. So for me, I've been in content creation for a very long time, and my mom was always like, well, not just my mom, but my whole family was like, this is stupid. Why are you doing this? And then one day, like, one of my brother's videos, like, my older brother now is a professional Hollywood stuntman.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. He was in the Black Panther movie, the new one.
Okay.
What was it? Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're all like, oh, now we're very like supportive of you because like your endeavors into like making YouTube videos like turned into producing, directing, writing, and like scripting stuff and editing like skills.
Yeah.
Which helps you make money. So now they're like, oh, he's great and everything. And I was like, yeah, I remember when you were talking shit.
That's how it always goes.
So now I'm just like, oh, so like now with me like trying to, like, I don't really tell my family about what I do. Every time they're like, oh yeah, why don't you show us your YouTube channel or like your podcast? And I'm like, no. I'm like,
no, thank you.
Everyone else is able to find it and talk about it, but you're not allowed to. Like, just get out of here. What was high school like for you? Were you like homeschooled? Did you go to a public school?
So I technically went to 3 different high schools. I was not a kid who was got in trouble. I was a very quiet kid who just played sports, and all I wanted to do was play sports. So my first year and a half of high school, I was at a public school. I was a freshman on the girls varsity basketball team. I got bullied by some of the seniors because I started and they didn't, and they got really upset about that. And then my sophomore year, halfway through it, our school grew a lot. We had over 2,000 kids in the high school, and we had to put up portables just to make classrooms. And my dad wasn't having it, so he actually pulled me out. And then I was homeschooled for like half of semester. And then after that, we met the coach for the last high school I went to at the homeschool because he did security there. And so we met him. He was like, hey, we have a really great basketball program. I know it's a little bit of a drive, but, come here, come play for me. And so it was about a 25-30 minute drive to this next high school. And outstanding basketball team who would either be a couple games of going to state every year or going to state every year. And I was really thankful to be a part of that program and that team, even though I didn't get along with everybody. I had one girl. So it was a private school, and I had one girl on the basketball team spread rumors that I was a lesbian and try to get me kicked out of the school because she was jealous because I was getting recruited by she got jealous because I was getting recruited by D1 schools and she wasn't.
Oh no, that's awful. I would have played more into it. I would have been like, hell yeah.
Well, I was at the time I identified as bisexual. So I was like, no, I don't like ladies. I have a boyfriend. And I always dated guys just because I didn't want people to know that I liked women too. Because I didn't know how my family would react to that. But so high school, going to the private high school, a lot of rich stuck-up kids. I was the goth athlete, which you don't see often. I was the kid who shopped at Hot Topic, had black nail polish, had gauges.
Same.
And then when I would get on the court, it's a totally different story. I am the athlete on the court. So I got made fun of a lot. I didn't dress in American Eagle or Abercrombie and all this other stuff that they wore.
The stereotypical jock stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also understand the whole goth emo thing.
Yeah.
Same.
And I was the kid who was in like the art classes, and you don't see athletes in art classes and stuff like that. And so I really focused on basketball. I played tennis for 17 years, and then when I transferred to the private high school, I quit playing tennis and just really focused on basketball because that's where I was getting recruited a lot. I was getting recruited by Brown University, UNR, Utah State, Oregon. I'm probably missing a couple schools I can't remember right now.
Just like Harvard, Yale.
No, when Brown recruited me, I thought it was such a huge honor, but I was like, I don't see myself going to an Ivy League school. I want to solely focus on basketball, so I at least can play overseas or hopefully get drafted. That was my whole plan. It was either play overseas or hopefully get drafted. And I was like, I need something easy that I can get through. I need to find a major where like I can just get through it and really focus on basketball. But unfortunately, I took the SATs and the ACTs. I did really good on the ACTs, but I bombed the SATs. I got so bored taking them. I was putting ACDC. That's how bored I got taking them. And I kind of regret it a little bit because most of my schools that were recruiting me, they dropped me because they were so bad. So after that, I was told I got recruited by a D2 school in Tennessee, which is where I live now. I'm originally from California, and the school was like, well, your scores weren't the best, but here's the thing. We have a deal going on with this junior college in our local area in Alabama. Yeah, in Alabama. And normally we would get transfers from them. So if you go there for 2 years, you can transfer and play for us for your last 2. So I was like, okay, went to go visit the school and absolutely loved it. Fell in love with the fell in love with the team. And then all of a sudden, we get a call or a letter? I can't remember. But we get a call or a letter saying that the coaches had to resign. And I was like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be in college in 2 weeks. What the fuck am I going to do? And so maybe like a couple days after that, I get a call from a coach saying that, hey, I saw that you were getting recruited from this college. Like, if you want, she's like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay. I've been here for this many years. You can come play for us. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have time to go visit this school. She gave me the number to one of her point guards that I got a chance to talk to and get to know over the phone. And I was so nervous because I was like, I don't know anything about this city, at least with visiting the last college. Like, I got to know people. I got to know the area a little bit. So I was like, you know what? Let's take a chance. I'll go here. And then I went there and fell in love with the atmosphere. I found out it was a dry county, and I had to ask because my parents were there. The coach was giving us a tour, and I had to ask, like, what is a dry county? It's Alabama. You guys get rain. And they all started laughing at me. And I was like, why are we laughing? And they're like, dry county means they don't serve alcohol. And I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. So, yeah, from the long tangent of what was I like in high school to going to college. And then I ended up going to this college, and my basketball career was ended because I was in a really bad motorcycle accident. I don't remember. I'm missing a bone in my left foot, and I have nerve damage in it. So it's like my foot hit a sign, and it split down from the pinky toe all the way down to the heel. And I'm lucky like that survived. But that's my tangent of high school into college.
That sounds so painful. Oh my God. Are you okay?
And that's how my basketball career ended.
It's like, yeah, I almost lost my leg. just casually. My foot got split down the middle. just
like a little bit. Just a little bit.
You're like, now I have the Terminator leg.
I wish I did, because I wouldn't be hurting. I have to get cortisone shots for it sometimes because it's in so much pain.
Oh man, I just visualized it. I was like, no. I imagine waking up in the hospital. You're like, why is my leg all floppy?
I was just like, what happened? Like, where am I? Because apparently I was transported to 3 different hospitals, and they're like, well, you woke up for some of it. I was like, I don't remember waking up for anything. And then, yeah, a fun little story with that. I had a huge crush on this guy, and I would try to, and he was in, what was he in? He was in our show choir part from the college. He was in that. And so like he was in Greece, and I went to Greece almost every night just to watch him. And then when they were breaking down set, like I would walk by and just try to like make sure I caught his eye a little bit or something. And so, when I woke up in the hospital, like the next day, him and a couple of our friends like come in, and I'm like, oh my God, he's here. And they're like, yeah, you guys are dating. Apparently that happened that I don't remember because I lost a week's worth of memory. I lost that whole week. I can't remember
wild.
Taking my finals. I don't remember the last day of college. I lost a whole week worth of memory.
Damn, that's actual trauma. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'd be so
I've been on a
confused
motorcycle
when I woke
since
up.
then though, but it's cool.
I'd be so confused. I'd be like, what is happening? What the fuck? Just wake up and go like, hello, random person I have a crush on. Why are
Yeah,
you
I was just like,
standing over my bed?
he's here. And then they're like, yeah, you guys are dating. And I was like, I don't remember that.
Oh man, imagine if you just wake up and he's just there and goes like, nah, I'm just here to kill you. Cocks a gun.
I've been like, oh fuck.
Just like, I've been sent here by the FBI.
You know too much.
You know too much. Or he goes like, yes, I'm here to serve you a cease and desist letter. Like, stop stalking me or something. You're just like,
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to stare at you from afar. That's all.
It's like, I am Janir, cousin of Jafar. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was like so traumatizing. Oh my god.
Oh no, it's fine. Honestly, I'm happy I don't remember it because I think it's better that way. But
I wish I could do the same thing with my childhood.
same. I wish I could too.
Oh my god. For me, I was homeschooled from like grade 6 up until my senior year of high school,
Oh
where I went
wow.
to a military academy
Okay.
of my own volition, because I was like, man, I fucking hate sitting at home.
Yeah.
So I was like, I went to, from like having no socialization to going to a military academy.
That's
to,
scary.
to a military academy in which I excelled at, but like I was so socially awkward and I knew nothing about interacting with people, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
this is awkward, and I like got into a lot of trouble because, you know, like being thrown to the wolves socially, you're just like, I don't understand what I can and can't say to people.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, so that for me was a rough like 6 months, because I went there for like 6 months towards like the end of the school year just so I can graduate, and then I did
Mhm.
like an extra summer class for like Spanish, in which I excelled way more than the fluent Spanish speaking people in the class, and they were like,
That's
what the
awesome.
hell is happening?
That's awesome.
Like the teacher looked at me and was like, are you sure you've never spoken Spanish before? I was like, no, I speak Russian. But he's like, that's weird. I was
That's
like, I
weird.
understand how languages work. He's like, oh, okay. Um, nice. Okay, so, well, not nice that you got like hurt, but I'm glad you're doing better and you still have a floppy leg. But
It's okay. It still works in some capacity.
well, it's not a floppy leg, but you know, it's a functional leg. That's what's important. You still have a foot.
It just
Like,
dangles from time to time.
oh, dude, my back too. Let me tell you.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, my back's all like fucky, and I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is at this point. The only thing I can do is like just tell people, yeah, I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just gonna lay in bed. Thanks.
Yeah.
So the next question is, what is your most and least favorite part about being a streamer or content creator?
Okay, that's a good question. I think my favorite part is just getting to meet new people. And with getting to meet those new people, you form a real bond. And a lot of those people, like, for example, I just moved to Tennessee about a month ago. And the people I live with, I met them online 5 years ago, and we were just best friends. And they let me come live with them. And I've never met them prior to me moving. I never met them in person prior to me moving here. And I've made such amazing friendships through streaming. Friendships. Friendships. Through streaming. And I'm so thankful for that, because I've met some of my best friends, and they'll always be my best friends. I think the least favorite thing I like are sometimes the trolls. Like I try not to let it get under my skin, but there's times where they'll DM me on different platforms, and they try to say hurtful shit, and I'm just like, all right, someone needs to go touch grass today. I kind of let it go, but it's when they start to try to flirt and say that they're better than the person that I'm dating or something like that, and I'm just like, okay, you're thinking really highly of yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fucked up.
yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna block you on everything again, because like you created a different account, so I need to block you again. So I've had to deal with that a few times. But the trolls, sometimes they get to you, and you can't, like, I like to mess around with them sometimes, be like, oh yeah, what will you do that's better? Or, you know, I try to get into the conversation to make them feel like they have hope, and then don't give them that hope.
And then just destroy them.
Yep.
You're like,
I give them a taste of their own medicine.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so like the best part is meeting new people and making lifelong friends from the internet, which for me, that's like 90% of my friends, like, because once again, I was very socially awkward because I was like homeschooled.
Yeah.
So I can agree with that 100%. Like, I would not be as socially well adjusted like if I never had access to the internet.
Hmm.
And on top of that, like, I have tons of lifelong friends that I've made. Even people that I've only met in person like a couple of times have been like so helpful to me in my life. Uh, like, it's just crazy how easy it is to like make friends online, right?
It is, yeah.
Like life, and then they become lifelong friends, and you're just like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm also very sad that like you get trolls in your DMs and stuff. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. In all honesty, like in the last, I want to say year, I've really enjoyed messing with them more and making them feel more awkward because they're like, okay, I'm gonna stop talking to you now. I'm like, oh, I thought you wanted to talk to me in the first place.
I would just be like,
So,
I'm taking screenshots, just so you know.
oh, I've done that plenty of times and
I'm just
posted it
like,
on
I'm sending
Twitter.
this to the cops as we speak.
Yeah, yeah. Like, you need to get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, that's rough. I've had my fair share of those, so I'm glad you're doing better with that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Let's see. What do you do in your free time that isn't related to content creation? I guess for you that would be
Oh man.
basketball or sports.
In all honesty, since I started playing pickleball, I lost a lot of interest in basketball.
Really? Oh, dude, everybody keeps telling me about pickleball. It's like it's just tennis, but like
It's a combination of tennis, badminton, and ping pong.
yeah.
And it's just such a fun game. This strategy that has to go into it when you're playing with when you have a partner that you're playing with, like just the teamwork that goes into it. Um, like I just started playing. When did I start playing? April of 2022, I think. And then me and my doubles partner from back in Ohio, like we entered in a tournament during the summertime last summer, and we actually ended up coming in second place in a 3.0 tournament, which was really cool since it was like our first tournament ever. That lasted 6.5 grueling hours. Oh, and it was outside. It
Now
was in August.
now, do you think that you would agree with it being the fastest growing sport right now?
100%.
Okay,
The
I've
reason
never played
why,
it, so
so the reason why it's the fastest growing sport is because all ages, all levels can play it. No matter how terrible you are, no matter how good you are, no matter how young you are, no matter how old you are, it's a sport that everybody can play. And you might have kids who are young that can keep up with the older generation that is really good too. So it's just like everybody can literally play this sport.
until someone's grandma, like 95-year-old grandma, gets hit in the face, and you're like, oh, maybe
Oh
not.
my God, I've seen that happen.
I've seen clips of like like older folks just getting annihilated, and I'm just like,
And
oh, that's
that's
rough.
and that's another reason why this sport has so many injuries in the last 2 years, I think, because you have people who have been in retirement for a long time who have done nothing, nothing active in so long that they get on the court and then they try to go hard, and it's just like your body hasn't done anything like this in years. Like you can't go 100% like you want to. It takes time to get back into it.
I mean, hey, that I would like if you live closer. I would definitely be like, hey, let's go play some pickleball. I've never played it. I'd love to try it out.
You know
Uh,
what? I'll be in Florida in October.
hey, you know what? If I'm still here by then, like we can hang out.
I'll teach you how to play pickleball.
Let's go. Let's do it. We'll just be like, we're both crippled. Let's go. Yeah, no, I've played. You know, what's funny is that like I've never played pickleball, but I've played tennis, badminton, and ping pong. I'm
Hmm.
awful at ping pong, but I'm good at badminton and like tennis, and I'm just like, this works. Uh,
Those sports will translate over into pickleball big time.
yeah, I just remember being a kid and just absolutely decimating people in like tennis, and they're like, "Why are you good?" And I'm like, "I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it." Okay, cool. And then I guess we'll move on to the guest submitted questions for now.
Okay.
So, this question is submitted by Ghost in the Show. He's a Filipino artist and streamer as well. I
Hmm.
don't know if you've met Ghost in the Show. He's been in my streams a couple of times whenever you were in there.
I don't I don't remember.
Yeah, but he's a really good artist, and he lives in the Philippines. And
Oh,
his
nice.
question is, are you a different person on are you a different person on and off of stream or camera?
No, I am the same person, and I show it very much. Like when I'm on camera, when I'm like, I'm getting cranky, guys. Like I gotta go or something like that.
Yeah.
Like if I don't have the energy on camera, I definitely don't have the energy off camera either. Then I'll just stay in my bedroom all day. But I'm definitely the same person on and off.
I would say I'm the same,
Mhm.
on stream and camera, because I find it very hard for me to just put up a persona, right? Like
Yeah.
some people, you can almost always tell that they're like, unless it's a YouTuber, because you can just pre-record that shit, but like where you're like, I'm super happy and energetic, and then you turn off the camera and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, yeah. It's just if to have a different persona, like people can do it, and that's what they want to be known for. It's because they don't want people to. I feel like it's because they don't want people to really know who they are.
Like a distancing
Um,
like tactic.
yeah, exactly. Like they created a character in their head that they want to pursue, and that's what they're doing, which is awesome. But I wouldn't have the energy for it because I feel like that takes a lot of energy.
I agree there, because I'm like, listen, I'd rather have. Oh my god, hold on, I gotta adjust. Oh, my tailbone hurts. Oh god.
Oh,
Oh,
your poor back.
oh. Been sitting I'm sitting on a antique hardback wooden chair,
Oh,
so
Roman, we
like
gotta
my
get you a chair.
yeah I being poor sucks.
Oh, I get it.
But uh, shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Different personas,
Oh yeah, different personas. Yeah.
energy.
So for me, I I'm like, I'd like to think I'm a genuine person. So for
Mhm.
me to interact with other human beings, I try to be myself. Whether people hate it or love it, I think that like it's in everybody's best interest to be like upfront with people, and that's
Mhm.
maybe uh like a touch of the tism, because I have ADHD, right? But it's
Mhm.
like, and as somebody that went through a lot of trauma as a child, for me, I think it's just best for me to be upfront with people, and that
Yeah.
comes out as being blunt sometimes, right?
Yep.
So I I'd rather just be upfront with people, and like just they can accept me or they can't, like they can't. If they don't want to, that's fine. I don't care either way. But like
Mhm.
for me, it's so hard to try to be like uh super happy go lucky 24/7, and I'm just like, or
Yeah.
like if you've ever had a job where you're just like, you're like, you meet somebody and they're all happy all the time, and I'm like, how are you like this?
How do you do this? What medication are you on? Because
Yeah,
I
like
need it.
literally, what are you on? Because I need it. I've had jobs where I was at work and people are like, God, Roman, why are you so depressing all the time? I'm like, literally, like it's a medical
Oh,
condition.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh.
No, but like I most of the time I'm not like that, but I'm just saying that I can't understand people that are just like, yeah, I'm happy 24/7, and this is exactly me, and then they go home and they're like, I hate everything.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So that I just don't get that at all. So what you see is what you get with me.
Yeah, same.
You get the weird, socially awkward, pervy man that is myself. Yay! I'm thumbsing up the camera. Quality content right there. Okay, so this next question is by another streamer called Youngster Joseph.
Okay.
Uh, and he asks, if you had $1 million, how would you spend it?
I always love this question.
If I
I
had
would
$1 million, I'll buy a
I
giraffe.
would at first pay off all my debt, and then I would invest a good chunk of the money into my nephew's accounts. And I would definitely get a vehicle because I haven't had a vehicle in almost 4 years. This is the longest I've gone without having a vehicle. Um, and then I would buy my own home and
Buy land.
oh yeah, all the homes around here have land, man. At least an acre. It's amazing and it's super cheap. Super cheap.
Ugh, I guess I'm moving to like Tennessee. Guess
I
I'm
live in a very
going.
safe area too, man.
I'd just be like, well, because that's what I would do if I had $1 million. I'd be like, obviously pay off all my debts,
Mhm.
purchase like 10 to 20 acres of land, build a house, put everything else into stocks, or like,
Yeah, and then I would just put some of my savings to it, but my main goal would just to make sure that my nephews were good.
yeah. Me,
Yeah.
I don't really have like immediate family like that. I have
Mhm.
like brothers, but like they're both well off right now, so I'm just like, I gotta take care of myself because
Oh,
of my
go
physical
fuck
like
themselves.
condition, and I'm just like, ugh. But for me, if I had the money, like $1 million, I would buy land, build a house, build some guest houses, and just have all my friends live with me, and
Oh
then
my
just
God, that'd
like
be awesome.
put like basically just do like a big streamer like community thing,
Yeah.
and then like because there's so much land, you don't necessarily have to see each other all the time, but like if you wanted to,
Mhm.
you could like do whatever. And then I'd just put the rest into like a Roth IRA or something where it just like gives me more money over time and it just sits there at a
Yeah.
higher percentage, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
I don't have to do anything. Also, I don't have to pay for my bills like ever.
I like that.
Um so why, I guess this is a question that like would kind of go with this. Why is it so important for you to take care of your nephews?
Because I'm never gonna have any kids, and they're
Oh,
gonna be the
same.
closest things that I will have to kids, and I get to see them maybe once a year with living they live in California, I live in Tennessee now. So it's just like I only get to see them once a year, and I want them to know that their Thea like really loves and cares about them.
uh Same on not having kids. just, just I'm fine with like, I'm really great with children, right? And taking care of them. And I had like, I raised my uh cousins since they were like babies.
Mhm.
Uh I just like to return them at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I am the same exact way. Like
Be
I've
like,
been
can I get a
coaching for so
refund?
long, and that's why I'm just like, I get your kids for 2 hours, you can have them back. I don't want them.
Yeah. It's like, listen, I can babysit them, but at least I know at the end of the day you can take them back.
Yeah. I just want dogs. That's all I want are dogs.
Yeah, basically. I have a cat.
There you go. That's you
Fancy.
have a child.
Yeah. Fancy, do you want to come over here? Do you want to be shown to the camera, or are you just gonna stare at me?
I think Bear's taking a nap
Nope, never mind. She went to
somewhere.
licking her butthole.
Oh, that's nice.
I was like, looked right at me and then like just started licking. I was like, understandable. Have a good day. Okay, and so the last user submitted question that we have is from Tiny
Mhm.
Tanker 44. He's a smaller streamer that was on the last episode, which was episode 8.
Mhm.
What is a hill that you're willing to die on?
Oh shit. That's a good question. Oh man, I gotta think about that one.
Okay, while you think about it, do you want me to like tell you what I think mine is?
Yeah.
I think that with some minor exceptions, I think that no matter who you are as a human being or like how bad you are, I think that every single human being on the planet deserves healthcare, like food and water and shelter, and I feel like that we could easily afford all of these things if people weren't so
Mhm.
greedy and like
I
corrupt.
agree. I
Uh,
agree.
so I think that like we as like a species, like a race, like human beings, should be able to take care of each other, especially with the technology that we have right now.
Mhm.
And like nobody should be homeless or starving or like destitute, like, and like shouldn't be able to like afford healthcare of any kind, you know?
Yeah.
These are like really big major problems in our society. We live in a society. But but like I'm just going to put the Joker image in there. Like we live in a society. But that's a hill that I'd be willing to die on, is that I genuinely think that we should be able to take care of like everybody, especially with the
Mhm.
technology that we have.
Yeah.
And the biggest problem is that the few greedy and corrupt people basically just screw over the majority. That's basically it. If I had
Yeah.
like stupid amounts of money, like Jeff Bezos money, I'd become a James Bond villain. I'd be like, listen, we like. You ever watch like a James Bond movie or like some other movie where like the villain has really good, compelling like
Yeah.
points, and you're just like, yeah, you know what? Screw
No,
this.
I'm gonna go with
siding
you.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That'd be me. I'd be like, all right, we're gonna take everybody. We're gonna like make them fight gladiatorial style combat. Like if you come out, you get to live.
In all honesty, like I can't think of like besides like you made some amazing good points, and I feel like what you said is it's true. Like we should have free healthcare and more shelters and stuff like that. And I die on that hill too.
Okay, cool. If you don't have to come up with a question for a future guest right now, you could submit it later. But
Okay.
I guess the one thing I would ask you is like, what is a question that you would be willing to ask future guests that's like a different question or whatever.
Why are you here?
Why are you here? Why are you like this?
Why?
Okay, so here, let me write this down. So
I would have to think of a real question though.
okay, like I'll just type this out and then just put your name in it. I'll just be like, all right, Momorific. There we go. And then you can submit the question later if you want.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of like the last couple of questions is going to be like user submitted questions where it's not user but guest submitted questions. I'm still working out the format, obviously, like
It's all good.
but yeah, I like the idea of having guests submit questions towards the end
Yeah.
to ask future content creators because everybody has a unique question, right? Like like these three people that I've had on, they've asked very good questions. Like the $1 million question, that's unique to everybody. Also, like
It is.
the what is the hill you're willing to die on is a really good question.
It is.
And I've never thought of that. And I was like, man, I'm so glad I put this in here because I would never be able to think of that. Unless it's like 3 a.m. one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. I guess that's it. Well, thank you so much for coming onto the podcast. Shout yourself out. Shout out your like socials and stuff. Like, where can people find you?
So all my handles on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, it's going to be MomorificTV, and that's spelled MomorificTV. And you guys can drop follows and see all my artwork there.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on.